One eternity later.
Heir. In the waning years of the last age, the Yaomont Wars wrote their final bloody strokes across the world of Kevora. With the wars ending and a new ruler on the Ashfade throne, the powers of the world returned their attention inward, taking time to grow in the calm after the storm. But with the excitement of the world diminished, new whispers are now heard. Cobbled streets to marbled palaces, a Yaomont child may yet live in exile, waiting for the moment to return and reclaim their throne. An heir in the shadows.
Welcome back to Heir in the Shadows.
Hello, hello.
I'm Tommy Fruncy, your humble game master. With me are my gregarious gamers. Say hi, gregarious gamers.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hope everybody had a good week. Welcome back. Last we left off, let's just get into it. Firstly, how's everybody enjoying their third level?
Oh, I can't wait.
I feel so strong.
I'm excited.
Super Spendefos.
Excellent. A little bit of housekeeping. Holly, I actually didn't change anything because I wanted to go over what we want to do for your character with the stats and everything, but we'll do that after stream, okay? Shouldn't be too much of an issue today because I don't foresee a whole lot of combat happening. But last we left off, our gang had subdued a pack of gnolls that were terrorizing the local farmland, and recovered some loot for the Ebonlock Syndicate, that the shipment that had gotten stolen. Returned that and got a fairly good sized payout for some above the table work, shall we say. And now we've gotten back and everybody's had a long rest. If it hasn't been marked, you may go ahead and do so now. I'm pretty sure I went through and gave everybody a long rest as they kind of collected at the inn and ended their day. The next morning, we wake up. First thing I want to ask, Famessa, do you make a point to try and wake up early with the dawn? What? I didn't change this one. I definitely forgot to change this one. I changed the combat one, which is funny because we're not getting into combat, but oh well. I am a goober.
Yes. I do attempt to wake up very early, but I'm super groggy and not at all as refreshing as the other Lathanderites.
Cool. Roll me a Constitution saving throw to see just how tired you are when you come in for dawn rituals.
9.
A 9? No, it's not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
For someone who's decidedly, as a follower of the morning, the god of morning and dawn and all that, for not being a morning person, as you say, not bad. You make it out to dawn prayer. The elder kind of meets you and says, "Good to see you again, child." And you guys share a nice morning ritual, praising the sun, praising Lathander for blessing another glorious day as the sun shines brightly through the clouds. After that, you get back to the inn, and they're kind of serving up this very nice, very rustic continental breakfast, and you see the rest of the troop kind of come down and kind of collect yourselves here. What's the first thing you guys want to do as you guys are kind of sitting around for breakfast, kind of taking stock of the day? You know that Nias over at Ebonlock has said he's got a little bit more work for you. You don't know yet if it's under the table or over the table. You can. There's other stuff to do. There's always stuff to do. It all just depends. What do you want to do?
I'd like to check and see if that blacksmith has any jobs yet for me, so I can get the arrows discounted.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll check out the blacksmith once the shops and everything opens up. Any other plans for the day? You guys are just kind of
I would
collecting
kind of
and-
like just
yeah.
meander. I'd like to meander around the town, get just kind of talk around, listen to some gossip of the townsfolk, see if I can't pick up on anything.
Okay. Definitely, you kind of make a morning stroll, and there's kind of people wandering around, but it mostly looks like service workers, infrastructure, collecting trash, making sure that the area around the market, especially as a major trading hub in the county, everybody the city hires X amount of people to make sure that the market is presentable, especially for traders coming through. So nothing really to report there, but you think that once the market's open, you'll be able to get a little bit more of a beat on what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we head off and see Nias and see the blacksmith and open the shops?
I'm still like super tired and like still like
Mm-hmm.
trying to get my brain to wake up.
The innkeeper, as kind of wandering around, making sure everybody's having a good breakfast and everything, comes over, sees that you're tired. She says, "Oh, darling, you're not one for the morning, are you?"
No, ma'am, I am not.
All right. Give me a moment. I'll get you something to perk you right up. And she comes back with this warm concoction of various different leaves and herbals. And it does. It perks you right up. Not like an energy drink, but like just kind of brings you back to center. So you are now
Nice.
able. So you can just kind of shake that last little bit of sleepiness away.
I'm good.
And then we come out, and about 9, 10 in the morning, you see that the Lathanderites again are in the middle of the market, and they kind of just say a brief prayer, and then the town crier says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The market is now open for business!" And it immediately just starts, not clamoring, but, hustle bustle of the market. Serona, let's take you over to the blacksmith first. This hulking blacksmith. "Oh, you're back.
Do you have any work yet?
Work. I've got some deliveries to be made, but they're not in town. They're part of the next caravan. If you can foresee that, I'll give you a discount on the arrows right now, and we'll make sure that the shipment gets where it needs to. The caravan leaves at the end of the day today, but I'll check in with my colleague in the next town over, and we'll make sure that everything gets there. He's going to give you you can now get those arrows. Was it arrows +1 you wanted?
Yes.
For 15.
Can I get 2 sets of them?
We'll call it 1, and then you just kind of like, it's like you're buying a license for them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're set. Mechanically speaking, I'm not a DM that stickler on ammo.
Okay. So take off. You said 15 gold?
15, yeah, with the exception of like specialty effect arrows and all that fun stuff, but those will be like one-time use, and I'll note that when you get them.
Okay.
The rest of you guys make your way over to Nias at the Ivanlock Syndicate. And he kind of welcomes you in as he's finishing kind of arguing with this little gnome character. Gnome's got some, leather working equipment, nice apron, and the gnome just kind of, look here, sir, I've got to go open my shop. I can't be archering with you all day long over a silly contract. And he just stomps out. Nias kind of just takes a second. Hi, guys. How's it going? Thank you again.
Sounds like you're having an interesting morning.
It's business, Everyone wants just a little bit more for what they're given. Well, you guys did well for me yesterday. And maybe you can help me with this. Maybe you can help me today.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Tell us what you got.
That character there that just left goes by the name. Oh shoot! I have my notes somewhere. Give me a second. I swear I'm a real DM.
Goes by the name, no name.
No name.
So mysterious.
Goes by the name of Pause for dramatic effect.
Pause for dramatic effect. That character that just walked out goes by the name Warbin, and he runs a leather working shop in town. It's quality work, and we at the Syndicate have extended to him an offer to ship his wares to other areas, because right now it's just a small shop that caters to the immediate area. And we want to expand him across the empire. Now, naturally, as a small town shop, there's always that hurdle of understanding the big picture before you're able to expand. And he's just kind of stuck in, I want to stay local. So, perhaps he needs a little clearer understanding of what it is. And he kind of holds out the contract, and it's a standard Ebonluck contract for trading, and it says we will take a percentage of your wares that you make and pay you this amount for them, and then we sell them across the empire. And he looked at it and he didn't like the contract. He keeps saying that he wants to stay local and there's no reason for him to expand, but I keep telling him there's so much opportunity to be made with the quality of his work. He could be charging so much more for this, and he just won't. So,
Well, what's wrong with that?
It's the quality of his work is something that traders have come through and passed by. They've bought a couple of pieces from him, and then we hear from it a month later that people in the capital are wanting his products, and he still won't sell to us. So, if you could take this contract, yes, go ahead.
I guess my question is, why are you wanting to push this on him when he wants nothing to do with it? What does he owe you?
He kind of leans in and he says, call it mercantile expansion. And he kind of just slides the contract across the table. If you could help him see reason, I would be greatly, greatly appreciative.
So you want us to strong arm this fellow?
I wouldn't say that. No. Some people just need a third or fourth perspective to see reason.
So I'm going to ask you again. What does he owe you?
And he just kind of leans in. Give me an insight check.
All of us?
No, Gertrude. If
Okay.
if someone has proficiency, they can give her the help action, and she can essentially roll with advantage.
What is she for rolling?
Perception. No,
I'm
insight.
rolling insight.
Insight.
I have high passive insight.
Not what I'm after. I know Famessa has proficiency on that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I
that.
do as well. Yes,
Yeah.
I do as well.
Okay.
I mean, my passive's an 11, but
So yeah, if someone wants to give her the help action, she can roll that one again. Go ahead and roll it up.
I'm sorry. How do I do the help?
No, just say it. This is all theater of the mind today. I'll tell you if there's clickies.
So I roll insight with an advantage.
Just roll it again because you already rolled the first time. And we'll count this as your advantage.
That was worse. 5.
No.
that's some low rolls.
So you already put the hacks on the die again. I see.
Cursed
Excellent.
by the dice gods again. I see.
Those dice are in your computer. I don't know what to tell you.
Again, hacks.
Hacks. I'm walling the
He's walling.
dice. Walling the dice. He kind of leans in and says, "It's not what he owes me. It's the amount of money we can make together that I want to impress upon him."
What kind of cut are you taking out of this, though? Because
If you'd like to look over the contract, by all means.
I would like to do that. Yes.
Cool. Give me investigation to decipher all the legalese.
Are you fucking me?
Can I give her the help action?
rolled a
Not
nat
one?
one.
Sure.
Investigation.
Sure, go ahead. Roll again.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Telling you, I'm cursed by the 18.
There you
19
go.
There you go.
goes, 'cause it's 18 plus 1.
You quickly peruse it, and it's not an ownership contract. You would imagine that Ebonlock has ownership contracts where, like, essentially they're franchising out this place. This is not one of those. This is one of those, we're gonna buy, however many units, pounds, whatever the good is. For him, we're gonna buy, so many vests, so many jackets, so many capes, all that kind of stuff because he's a leather worker. We're gonna buy all this stuff at a bulk price of this much, and then we'll sell it across the empire as with a price that fluctuates as the region's supply and demand dictates.
So he would essentially be losing money because y'all are buying at a wholesale price.
We're paying him only slightly less what he would normally be charging. And I keep telling him, if he raises his prices here, we will in turn, because as you see in the contract, and he does point this out, this like very little bit, that the price of what Ebonlock is paying him is a percentage of what he's normally charging. This is with what we could get for this. If he wants to raise his prices here, he would still be making money on our deal. Also with that investigation, you can kind of like you've been around nobility and seen your fair share of mercenary contracts and all that fun stuff, and you realize that this is he's not wrong. Legally, the contract is sound. If the trader raises his prices and but in turn Abinlock pays what he's currently charging, he would still be making more money.
If we
Okay.
take the job and don't finish it, is there like any consequences?
Are you asking him or are you asking me?
Him.
Well, I mean, this is a contract, and there's a million of them like it. This is a very standard contract, so I'm not actually giving you any work to do. And he kind of gives you the look like this is entirely under the table. If you try and rough him up and get caught, he's going to deny any knowledge of this.
So I look at him and I go, this is a lot of really good information. Give me just a second. Let me talk to the crew. Let's see if this makes sense. Give us a second.
He kind of just looks at you. All right. You guys,
So
you guys kind of just
I
wander
turn
off.
to, yeah. So we wander off, and I'm just like, guys, the whole point was to befriend the community, not bully them into doing contracts for this dude.
We
True.
don't have to bully him into it though.
I can be persuasive.
So it's not even that. As a small shopkeeper, he's used to making a certain amount, keeping his prices at a certain thing. What the guy was saying about raising his prices does make sense, and he would still end up making extra money off of their deal. He still earns a percentage basically from their commissions. Or from their
I
sales.
think maybe we should have a talk with this merchant and see what's going on and hear his side of the story.
Before we take
Maybe
it on.
maybe we're not
Yeah.
being told everything.
Yeah, because the concern I have, I guess, is that we're trying to befriend these people. We're trying to get our ears on the ground and get to know them and figure out more information. Like, how's it gonna look if we're doing jobs for this guy and something goes wrong and it makes us look like the bad guys too, and then nobody's gonna trust us. And nobody's gonna want to work with us or try to tell us anything.
True.
I agree
So-
with that. And also, Lathandar probably would not appreciate us swindling someone. So I agree. I think we should go get the other side of the story.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's go talk to
Before we
liquor
take
guy.
this on.
Okay.
We won't agree to anything yet, but let's just go talk to the merchant and go from there.
Cool.
So I'll turn back to the guy.
Okay.
I was like, okay. We see what you've got on the contract. Give us the day. We want to kind of think on it. We're not 100% on it, but we need some time. Are you willing to work with us?
If you need time to think on it, you take time to think on it. I'll be here regardless.
Well, all
Sounds like
right.
a plan. Let's go talk to the merchant.
All right, you guys head out, wander around the shop, and you do see he's got a push cart, but it's like a nice push cart where he like pushes it in and then sets it up, and then if you didn't know the market was push cart, like an entire push cart market, you would think that it was just like an actual like little permanent stall.
So he's a bougie bitch.
Well, he's a local, so he's taken the time. This shop was probably set up over a good amount of time. He's invested a lot of time and effort into his shop. So, comes in, or you come up to the shop, and you kind of, this gnome is sitting there tinkering at some leather work. And he sees you. Oh, welcome to Warbin's Leather. How can I help you?
Oh, well, we were
would like
just
to talk about this contract that that I believe you were having disagreements upon.
Did anybody take the contract with them? Cool. Serona pocketed it. You whip it out to kind of show him, or do you
Yes.
hang on to it?
I mean, I'll show him,
Okay.
but at a distance so he can't try and shred it out of anger or something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at it and then immediately just kind of his eyes narrow at you guys.
Sir, we would like to get your side of what happened with this interaction. We're not here for anything. We want to know what was said to you and what's been happening to you in your shop, sir.
Look, I get it. It's a good contract, but I need to take care of myself, and for me, raising the prices that they want me to raise so that I can still make money on their deal means I can't provide well for the community. There's a lot of people here that rely on having these warm coats for the winter because it does get cold and it gets rainy in the early winter. It's hard to justify it to myself that I can't provide as well for the community and make money with them.
Have you thought about bringing on an apprentice or someone to help?
I've got a son. And you see this little gnome kid in the back.
Hello.
He's just kind of tinkering at what looks to be like a piece of scrap. He's little. You would imagine that Warbin is not. He's somewhere around middle aged for a gnome. I've got a son, and he's young, but he is learning. So, I've told Nias many times, if this is something that we can explore later, perhaps. But right now, I can't. I can fulfill the order that they want. I can take care of those products, but then I have less to give here. And in order to make money on their deal, I need to charge more here. Volume is not the problem for what they want. It's me living with myself after I sign this.
Okay. Have you had any issues with him in the past? And do you guys have like a reputation or any problems?
Nias has always been. He's a businessman, you know. He works for the court. He works for the syndicate. They don't squeeze. They don't really try and squeeze, but they always are looking for a good deal. So it wasn't surprising to me that they offered me this contract, but it's still nothing I can take in good conscience.
Understandable.
So I guess my other question would be, what would you need to be able to accept the contract today?
He does. He kind of thinks about it and then like stops and looks at you. Naya sent you here, didn't he?
No, we came of our own will. He actually didn't want us to ask you any questions from what we could decipher. This is of our own doing to make sure we're doing right by you.
Roll me persuasion or deception.
Me or Gertrude?
Gertrude. Somebody can give her the help action if needed.
I do have
persuasion or deception. Don't tell me which, but it's all going to depend on whether you're planning to get this deal signed, whether or not he really loves it, or, you know, whether you're just trying to do right by him.
Well,
Okay, do I have anybody
+5
giving
for either? So yes.
Does that give me advantage or no?
Yes, the help action gives you advantage.
So
It'll be
Milo's giving me help.
Yep.
Yes.
$17.
17.
Very nice.
So I don't tell you which one I got? Or which one I chose?
No, because I see it up there, but I want to keep it a surprise for the
Oh.
audience.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Um.
So I say to him, I'm like, listen, we're just trying to gather information. We're trying to understand why he's so adamant about getting you to sign. So I guess my question to you is what would make you happy with signing it today? What would you need to make it happen today?
He kind of sits and thinks, and he goes, I would love them to buy my products at full price. Or a cut on whatever they're selling. Because if I can bring in more, then I can, possibly look at, because, my son, A, he's young, and B, when he's learning, he's free labor. You know that, right? That's why you have kids. That's why you have kids. You teach them. I'm a 4th generation leather worker. We've been doing this for hundreds of years, and I wasn't paid when I was a kid. So, if I was to bring on an actual apprentice outside the family, then I would need a little bit more compensation from Evanlock.
It doesn't sound unreasonable to me.
Because I still need, in my conscience, I still need to be able to provide for my community in what they need.
Who has the highest persuasion?
I have a +3.
I have a +5.
Mine's +2.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Milo.
So Milo.
Okay. I say we go back to Nias and try and persuade him for one of the two, either full price or higher cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Be like, basically just tell the guy, be like, listen, we don't
We'll be
disagree with you. Like, listen, we don't disagree with you.
That's why we came over here, was to help you.
That's why we're asking you these questions. So we'll take it back to him. See what we can find out more.
We gregarious people would like to talk on your behalf.
Let's see. Just doing
All right.
quick-
So then we leave.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Quick bit of looking.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Be back later. Okay, bye.
Hey, bye. Cool. As you head out, you see, it's the businesses the market's really picking up. You see people come and go, and you see people coming and going out of Evanlock, and then, as you work your way over there, is there anything else you want to hit before you talk to Nias again?
I just would like, are we going through the marketplace?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to pick up a couple more health potions.
Sure. What did I say they were?
Oh, do they have potions of greater healing or just regular healing potions?
Hold on.
Ooh, same, because I used mine.
I still have one. I think I will be okay.
Yeah, I still have one too.
I have 2 apparently.
Why?
I didn't know I had 2.
That's not what I want.
Did you steal that?
No, I definitely bought it last time.
I'm the one who steals things.
Yeah. See.
How much did I charge you guys last time?
I don't remember.
20? No.
No.
It was like
No.
No.
2 or 5.
Don't tell him
I
that.
think it was 5.
It was 1 gold.
Okay.
Honestly, I want to say 4, but I don't really remember.
I probably would have done some multiple of 5. We'll call basic health potions. We'll call them 5 each.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks
That's
actually
high
with
too.
the loot that you guys got in the first round. Yeah, we'll call that 5 each for a regular potion of healing or whatever it is. You see that as you go to the alchemist, he has a couple of the greater healing,
Mhm.
but those are, because of the use of them and they're uncommon, they're 50 each.
Expensive.
It's a hefty jump. It's a hefty jump on
How busy is this market right now? Like,
those.
specifically around where we're at.
Specifically around where you're at, it's picking up. It's still not the busiest it gets during the day, but it is definitely getting busier.
Hypothetically, would starting a fight just outside of the shop cause enough of a commotion to distract said shopkeeper?
Trying to be friends with the people.
You're trying to be friends with the people.
Theoretically, yes. Give me a perception check.
Uh, 7.
7. You look around. You see a couple cops, like a couple local constables around the area. You don't know if there's patrolling guards, or just in your quick scan, you don't see patrolling guards or anything. At the same time, you don't see a whole lot of people that either. It wouldn't be so much of a fight as you clocking them or you getting clocked. You know? Like, there's a couple bouncer types that are kind of wandering around, and they look like they can do some hefty damage on a punch. Or it's just regular people that you just, like, one punch knock them out. So it'd be less of a fight, you think. But there's other people around? Sure. Would it cause a distraction? Theoretically.
I'll just buy 2 potions.
Okay.
Or the common healing potions.
Look it up.
I'm gonna go with 3 of the potions, please.
3 potions. Cool. Any other shopping that we want to do very quickly?
Pomessa, what fancies your eye? It's on me.
The light of Lathandar.
I love it.
Walked into that one.
Shut down.
Cool. You
You'll get it
guys,
one day, get it one day.
you guys wander over to the Ebonlock Syndicate and walk back in. He looks up from his ledger. Friends, you reconsidered our offer?
So here's the deal. He won't reconsider unless there are some things altered to the current contract.
She either gets a cut or you buy his products at full value. Those are his terms, and he would sign today if you were to grant at least one of those terms.
I get where he's coming from. I truly do. I can't, as someone who is beholden to the corporate, I can't justifiably make that exception, because this is a standard contract. This is the contract that we give every trade partner that we're dealing with. There's a separate one for different arrangements, but for this arrangement, this is the standard contract that Ebonlock gives.
But
And
it
if I
seems
were
like
to
we want
make-
these goods pretty badly, though. Maybe an exception could be made.
He's the primary leather worker in the region, so I'd love to ship out his products, but at the same
Now,
time,
if he is the primary, and you're giving him the same contract as every other tenant, would we be able to just look at maybe some of those other ones to,
sure,
see if they're matching up?
Sure. He pulls a couple. He ushers you into a back room as you're all keenly aware that what you're doing, the negotiation, while nothing's illegal yet, he could be paying you for, again, roughing up if you were to go that route.
Right.
So he ushers you into a back room, goes through a file, and he goes through some local files, and he pulls out another one for a wheat farmer, and he pulls out another one for the aggregate baker in town. And you guys could roll investigation, but he says, look, it's the same contract, it's the same percentages across the board.
I'll roll for investigation.
Good. He says,
I'll
look,
do it too. Can more than one person do it? Investigation?
Sure. Yeah, sure. He said, look, I can
19.
if I offer it, if I change the contract for him and it gets out, there's going to be massive legal repercussions across the empire.
Sammy rolled a nat 20.
Sammy rolled nat 20. Perfect. You look at it. Something in your mind that you don't know how you know this much legalese, but you look at it and can immediately see he's not wrong. He's not wrong. They're buying goods at a percentage in bulk and selling them across the empire. Some of the more perishable goods they're selling a little bit more locally, just for ease and
Sake of perishable,
yeah. But he starts flipping through, he finds one for a blacksmith, not the blacksmith, but here's a contract, because we keep files of all this for anything that's also sold here. It's all in parchment and ink.
So now my question is, though, these have already been sold. I mean, they're already signed. They're already done.
Yeah.
If you're a smart guy, you could word it in there where he either gets a cut or full value, and we take it to him. He just signs it, tell him we got him whatever side he wanted, and then it sounds like he's the last one here. It sounds like if we just sign it, he kind of keeps his mouth shut. And he either gets full value or a bigger cut, and then we leave it at that.
That way, on your side, you're not getting screwed over from Heir, but you're also not screwing him over for being the only leather worker in the area. It really just comes down to how badly do you want this contract, because either he gets something, one of the two, or he's not going to sign it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a DM question.
Sure.
During this time frame, do NDAs exist?
It's a valid question.
With your nat 20, I will respect the nat 20, and I will.
I'm just asking a question.
No, because this is fantastic. It's a great question. Something that I didn't think
I feel
of.
like we're about to make the first one.
It's not only does Gertrude have shit that she's pulling into for this nat 20, Sammy also has a knowledge that she's pulling into. Goddamn.
We love magical NDAs.
We love magical NDAs.
Binding? But it's a legitimate question.
It's a legitimate question. I will say that yes, there's as you're perusing it, you see it's more of a non-compete. It's more of a non-compete clause than a non-disclosure clause, but there is fine wording in there. It's this contract is between the Ebonlock Syndicate and the presented party. There is no any discussion with third party should be done at a negotiating table. Any changes must be done with all parties involved.
Okay. So how about this? You've shown us these contracts. They're equal across the board. I won't disagree with you on that whatsoever. Here's the deal though. You have this clause where he cannot disclose this information to a third party. So, if you give him one of the two, we give him this clause. It says, "Hey, you got what you wanted. We get this, and both parties are happy. You don't have to worry about him. If he breaks his clause, you can do whatever you see fit. And we'll let him know that. So you get what you want, he gets what he wants, and you both walk away, and at the end of the day, business is business. What's done is done. But we will sign, but it would be based off of him accepting that clause."
He sits there and thinks about it.
Would a couple
If
gold
he's
pieces maybe change your mind?
well, before you offer anything, he kind of thinks about it. And he says, "You say you went and talked to him. My hesitation with changing the document is that he seems to only want to charge us more. He doesn't want to charge more for the products, which would guarantee more from us to where he'd still be making money. I don't understand why."
Well, he is, as you know, from here. He has a very, very handsome son that we met, a little gnome boy.
Yes,
And he doesn't want to raise the price and cause more hardship on the townsfolk. He wants to be able to stay his same price, stay local, and give them warmth and clothing through the winter times. But while also, if you're taking these and you're selling them, he needs to be able to continue up with the leather and keep and the work. So he would need that cut or full value price from you.
All right.
Not getting the full value would hinder his capabilities currently.
Here's what I can do. A royalty clause can be added with the stipulation that the required amount of product will go up over time. As you described it, he needs this kickback in order to increase production, so that he can sell here and have more for us to sell. He grabs a quill, dips it, and starts, scribbling on a separate piece of paper. Also, as you're watching, Gertrude, with your nat 20, you're looking and seeing that like what he's writing is a legitimate clause that's going to go at the tail end of the contract.
So
where,
this like this extra like NDA, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
It's he throws a little NDA in there, and that's kind of just a boilerplate NDA. But then also
the royalty exception.
Royalty exception with an increase in product shipped over time as he produces more.
Now, do we know any rough time frames of like a raise? Something that we'd be able to either notice and then go tell him, or is it just something that's going to have to, if it's signed, worked out between him and the shop owner?
At this point, you're watching it unfold, and it's they're looking for an additional 50% in 6 months. And he slides that over to you and says, "I understand where he's coming from. If he needs help finding an apprentice, I know there's several around that he knows. The Leather Workers Guild is very prominent in the grander region, but he should be able to find an apprentice. If he has trouble finding an apprentice, tell him to talk to me, and we will find something. Maybe we can get somebody from the capital to come out, get somebody from one of the trade schools around to come and sit with him. But I will let that be his prerogative. And he slides the contract back over to you.
Well, all right, we'll go. We'll take your terms to him, and we'll be back.
Excellent.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You guys,
Batman.
Her pal.
Batman.
as you guys,
We are lawyering the shit out of this.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
good
what? Oh.
yeah,
The people.
We're lawyering the
Lawyer.
shit.
people.
lawyered. As you get back to,
I am Gertrude, and Gertrude is me.
yeah, exactly. The centaur
I haven't signed
barbarian
an
also
NDA
wearing a
recently.
pantsuit, like somehow a
Wearing,
pantsuit.
wearing the jacket.
I haven't signed an NDA recently. No, couldn't be me.
Just like in your
Any-
mind, you've got this nice pinstripe jacket, and then instead of like pantsuit, it's each of your hooves has like a little,
Has cuffs,
yeah,
dress
little
shoes.
cuffs at the bottom.
Dress
Yep,
shoe cuffs.
Little cuffs on them.
little cuffs on them. Yep,
Oh,
and you're just kind of
no.
walking out of there like, yeah.
I need someone to make fan art of this now, please.
Like, yeah, I did this.
Let the fan art
I
begin.
did that. Look at me go.
You guys head
My new
back.
colored hair.
You guys head back to Warbin's. He greets you. Give me a perception check, please. From the group. We'll take a group perception check.
It'll let me. Hang on.
Ooh, a nice 0.
I got
16
an
plus
8.
1.
Got an 8.
Sir only got an 8.
21.
21.
Ooh,
Milo
nice.
got a nat 20.
I
Nice.
got
That's
a
why we bring the
17.
bard.
That's a 920. Famessa?
10.
Okay. Cool. You guys wander in and see Warbin, who's been diligently working, and I'm gonna say after the shopping and then talking again with Nias, it's round about noon. The sun is getting high, and it's the heat is kind of beating down, and even though he's like in the shade, he's definitely like sweating and working hard. So he comes up and he goes, oh, friends, I take it you talked with Nias a little bit.
Indeed,
Yes.
we did.
Yes, we have.
What is the offer this time?
So
What do you want?
he'll do full price with
Or no, it was a
Royalty
royalties,
cost.
wasn't it?
It was royalties. Yep.
He'll do
He
it.
has agreed on a royalty clause only if they can see a
50% increase. in 6 months.
50% increase in product over a 6-month time frame.
You see, he hands out his hand to take a look at the contract. He just kind
I'll hand it to him, but I'll walk with him to his lit table and hover over him to make sure, because it is still wet ink, and I don't want to see anything changed as
Sure.
we're trying to cut this deal for him.
of sure.
There is one exception to this that we have not previously discussed with you, though.
Yes.
He's looking at it. Go on.
You are not allowed to share this information with anyone.
all.
Anyone. Any other businesses, anyone. This
As
is
you are the last business he is working with, and he's willing to cut you this deal. And it was even brought up that if you needed another apprentice, if your son is just if you're below on work or you need help, to just talk to Nias, and they will find somebody from from the academy or the Leatherwork Guild, and they will do what they can to get them here to help you and give you a second or a third pair of hands.
The exception is if he finds out that you talk to anybody about your contract and the rules and changes that we've made for you or with you, for that matter, he will take it into his own hands. And quite frankly, he didn't mention what that meant. So I want you to heed this as a potential warning, as we don't know what he's going to do.
Hear me out, good sir. It would behoove you to not talk about this.
As I stomp one of my hooves down. As I put one of my hooves down.
He does. He just kind of looks over his glasses at you, and then looks at Gertrude, and then looks at you. Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay.
With disadvantage?
For such a bad joke.
I will. I'll do that right now.
Both of us?
No, just him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
11.
11?
Behooves you.
Well, I see the added clauses.
Well, I mean, you told us what you wanted, and we're coming back with it.
Yeah, I did. And everything on paper looks good. And he grabs a pen and he starts to sign it. Sometimes you just don't feel right signing your life away, and he just hands it away.
Milo takes it back, and as Milo is, someone of, he is a folks spokesperson, as you could say. We would just like to let him know that, we also had some feelings about Nias, but should you ever feel that he's going back on his deal, or he is strong arming you in another way, just find a way to reach out to us. And we are for the people more so than the shoot, what was his group name again? Where is he?
The Ebonlock Syndicate.
We are more of the town folk than we are for syndicates, and as we want this deal to happen for both parties and make them happy, if anything were to happen to you and your son, or if it starts to turn the way that you are now, going broke or anything, you just reach out to us.
All right. Well, thank you for being the liaison in this deal. And he goes back to work.
Later, little gnome.
I think I'm gonna behoove my way out of here. All right.
Fuck's sake.
Before other shit happens.
It's pretty funny.
And I just look at Milo and I just give him a little side smirk of like, oh my god, like we just did that.
Those are my friends.
Tommaso, did you hear my joke?
He definitely heard it.
I love the like.
Do you see what I did there? You see what I did?
I heard that.
She's like,
The
"Dear
Thandar
God."
has a good sense of
quickly.
humor.
I'm just gonna start walking quickly away from the group to avoid dealing with the dad joke.
And you're like, oh god.
So I'm fucking done with you people. Just start sprinting away.
All right, back to
You take
what's
it
his
back
face.
to yeah.
We go.
Take it back to Nias. He again looks up from his ledger, sees the paper. Goes, well, he didn't tear it up, so I suppose praise be for little miracles, huh? And he reaches for it.
Oh, yep.
Thank you. He looks. Right. I appreciate that immensely. So, has helped me immensely in kind of making sure that businesses are profitable for all parties involved. Um, Obviously, if this were to come up, I don't know you. Nothing happened. So,
Well, you had him sign an NDA, so it
right.
shouldn't come up.
I'm saying between you and I.
Ah. I mean, if it's not going to come up between you and I, that means that, what's done is done. And
What contract?
would you say we have done you a
Exactly.
favor of sorts?
I would. I might have some more work. Meet me after lunch. And he kind of closes up his book. He says, I've got to run home for lunch. But meet me.
So,
Meet me.
pause. Technically, does he owe us a favor now? Or is he...
He's giving the inclination that will come with, because this was done, like, you guys, he doesn't seem like he's going to pay for this. But
Correct.
it seems that
But
now...
it might get us that under the hand to contract we were looking at originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds,
It'll open the door
it
for other
sounds to you that this is going to open the door to other scrupulous jobs.
I'm just trying to clarify where we're at with him.
Yeah.
And if this would entail a favor or just good graces with him more than anything.
Good grace.
I mean, you can roll insight for sure, but
Good juju.
yeah. What
I
are the
just rolled
vibes you're
18.
picking up?
I just rolled an 18 on insight.
Lovely.
5.
He hates you. He hates you, Gertrude, for sure.
He hates me? Oh, that sounds about
With-
right.
with-
'Cause
with-
I lawyered his ass.
With a 5, he's like, I hate you. You're like, he must hate me. I outlawed him. He must hate me.
But then I'm also like, why do I give a fuck if this guy hates me?
Serona, you
I lawyered his ass.
kind of get the vibe. You definitely get the vibe that he's gonna have some work for you when you come back from lunch.
Okay.
But as you
Lunch
guys,
break.
wander out for lunch, we are gonna take our own little break. Gonna hit some
As we
ads.
walk out, I'd like to make a comment though.
To the group, how discreet are
To
you
the
being
group.
with this comment? Go ahead.
To-
what do I need to
I'll-
roll?
And or are you waiting? Are you waiting till you get outside?
Waiting till I get outside, yes, and I would like to kind of whisper it to the group.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm just gonna turn and look to everyone and kind of whisper, like, "Hey, by the way, we might have just kind of made a deal with the devil, but it's gonna open door for more contracts. They might be a little suspicious, but it's more work that'll I guarantee you will give us bigger payouts."
And in the background, all we hear is, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
All right. As you guys head out for lunch, we're gonna take our first break. Quick potty break. Reconvene at about 5. I'm gonna hit some ads real quick.
Use.
Not the ad.
Not the ads.
Tommy, will you do your
Yeah.
share on Discord? So that way it'll because I just have your stream up, but it's obviously very delayed in our voices and what's obviously I know it's just us, but
Are we on ads right now?
Yes, we're on ads right now.
Tommy, did you hear what happened at work today?
When?
thank you.
Like today? Inside the store, I believe. In the food court. Crazy, right?
Tommy's face, I can't. Look at Tommy's
I
face.
can't with
Just-
people. I can't with people on a Sunday. On a Sunday. Ugh.
On the Lord's Day.
Oh god.
All right. I'm gonna grab some snacks.
Glad I had today off.
Right. I mean, I had a fairly easy day. I had a water and a paper to unload. thank God I didn't have to clamp anything. And Brandon was the extra driver, and like he had all the leftover truck from last night up before water even got there, and I had room for everything, so sure. I even had time to go in the deli cooler and do some rearranging because like we just wanted to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Mama, can
I've
I have
heard
some carrot
Steve
cake?
complain
Mama,
about
I
them.
want carrot cake, please. Thank you.
Ooh.
I know, Mama's got carrot cake.
Who's got carrot cake? I want carrot cake.
Mama's straight. Alright. I'll be right back. Oof.
Dungeon Daddy back?
I made tortillas for hummus, so we're just gonna snack on some nuts.
Yeah, you eat those nuts, Tommy.
Ooh, that was actually look good as fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, chat, we are back. We're getting ready to come out of our break. The video and sound delay should be good now. We should be good.
Hmm. Okay. Here, back. Got some.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
Dungeon Daddy, I thought my joke was good.
Yeah, I was up on a whim on that one. I was like, wait, I have hooves.
I'm glad you told me to roll a persuasion even with disadvantage because I have a +5 persuasion.
Right. And so, like, even with disadvantage, it didn't turn out that bad. It was just like. Okay.
Oh. Also, I'm glad you didn't get mad at me about my NDA question.
No,
It
that was a
just more
fantastic
like a
question.
legit. I just was I just didn't know if that time frame or that like realm had anything that would be in correlation.
Oh yeah. Wait until we get into actual like devil deals.
Mm.
Not me punching up my lawyer brother and be like, "Hey, I need you to write up a devil deal with the devil for this." All right. As we come back from lunch and go and meet with Nias, he's not up at the front desk like he normally is. But you see you're ushered into the back room where there's a man waiting for you. Just another, like, looks like Evan Lock security. And as you enter this back room, he kind of stands to the side, clicks a little hidden button on the wall, and the wall slowly starts to open, and you see a spiral staircase down.
I don't think we should go down that.
Well,
You kind of nod
as
and go,
the
Knives was waiting for you.
Wait. With my upgrade, with my level change, I think I had something about like senses, right?
Divine sense. Or
Danger
no.
sense.
You have danger sense?
You have advantage of a dex saving throw. Oh wait,
You have
Hold on.
advantage on
I had a
dexterity
danger.
saving
wait.
throws against effects that you can see while not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Oh,
Essentially,
okay. I thought it was like a. I thought it was like a more of like a. I wouldn't even say like a tingle, but just like a radar sense of like, oh, this might not be good.
mechanically, no, that's not going to work like that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
more so you can look at it and see, yes, these stairs are secure. If they were not secure, then you'd be like, okay, I know I need to be careful on this stuff. You know, or like if you were running through a cavern and there was grease on the ground or like slip or rough terrain that you could, you know, possibly slip and fall on.
Well, is a spiral staircase sound?
Yes, it is. Yes, there is no.
All right, guys, the staircase is sound. We can technically go down there if we want.
Yeah.
But this looks a
I'm gonna
little...
go ahead and just take the step forward and start going down the stairs.
Okay. Also, Gertrude, just mechanically speaking, anytime I ask you to, I have to double check on this because I think this is how it's played. Anytime that I shoot something at you in combat and I ask for a dexterity saving throw, you're gonna have advantage on that. Magic, like a magical thing.
Oh, okay. For my danger sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Less so Spidey sense, more so I have sure footing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a Spidey tingle sense or what.
No.
So. At least I asked.
Fair. It's a very fair question. Bass goes down the stairs. I assume everyone follows.
I'm right
Yes.
behind him.
there
I don't
anyone
know
who
the
decidedly
scenery, but
not?
I do have dark vision, so I
I-
can see up to 60 feet.
I just
Yeah,
trail
dark
behind
vision as well.
everyone because I'm a little nervous of the dark.
Okie doke.
So
So
I have dark vision and devil's sight, so I can see up to 120 feet in darkness.
Nice.
Nice.
And it's not even.
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trailing the back end then. So like I'm right behind Famessa as like a safety net.
Yeah.
Like making sure there's nothing
Just make me
following
feel
us.
very safe.
I got you.
I think
This
I'd like to stay at
this
the top
big
of the
old
stairs
horse
just in
lady,
case
you know.
someone else tries to come in.
Cool.
We both kind of had the same idea.
You guys go down. Serona stays up the top of the stairs. The guard kind of just blankly looks at you.
You have your security, I have mine.
All right.
And I'm looking back at her just like, and I give her a nod. It's like we know what's up.
So the rest of you go down. It feels like 2 levels worth. There's nothing really in between. Or rather, it's the spiral staircase goes down what feels like 2 floors, but it's one big open, not cavern, basement or like a storage unit downstairs. And there you see, at a desk, there's various scrolls against the wall, like in organizers against the wall. There's various other things. There's chests lying around. This is very much like a storage unit for the syndicate, but you can tell that this is where perhaps the less savory deals go down.
Can I do an investigation check?
Sure.
Be 15.
What are you looking for?
Just any sort of traps or anything that might be set there, against us.
Gotcha. You note a couple traps down around the staircase, but they've all been disarmed for right now. Like there's stuff to set up where if he like whoop, whoop, hits the lock button, various things are gonna come online, but nothing's on right now.
I do like a inside check if there's like any kind of religious paraphernalia around.
Let's see. You can roll. Yeah, give me religion, investigation, or I'll say arcana, whichever one you would like.
11.
Great. 11. You're looking for just anything? Religious paraphernalia?
I don't know, show that maybe this guy may be worshiping some darker deities.
So kind of a little religion check. There's no kind of like a grotto set up to a lesser deity or fiend. There's no. Everything down here looks strictly business. You kind of look around and you note a couple like things that allude to other gods, but they're not really like shrines or trinkets. They definitely look like goods that are about to be either bought or sold.
Hustled.
Yeah. Because they understand that as much as the world runs on gold pieces, a lot of gold pieces can flow in and around organized religion.
Yes.
So,
as Lathandar once said, be a little stitious.
Be a little stitious.
Never be superstitious, but always be a little stitious.
Lathandar lives on.
And as you kind of get down, you see it's dimly lit. There's candles and various other sconces about. So it's nothing that is a major impediment to your sight, to anybody's sight. Anybody with dark vision, and especially Bass with devil sight, everything looks crisp and clear. So you definitely, Bass, you see the traps that are set, but you can also see that nothing's on. Nothing's gonna snap out at you.
I
Just
quick
for
look
being-
to the group and let everybody know that there's no traps in this room, from far as I can tell.
And Nice is over at a desk. He's not writing anything, but he's kind of perusing couple different documents. And he waves you over. And as you guys approach, he kind of looks up and says, I believe a favor was mentioned. Did well with the easy job yesterday. He did well to help me with this contract today. So, here's what I've got. He kind of directs you to the table, and there's what looks to be a diagram of the keep, actually, right here at West Edge. And he said, the Lord Mayor has a chest that I would very much like to get my hands on. A lot of it is business secrets. But there's other things that would be handy for myself and Evan Locke to have. And he kind of outlines this safe, or this vault down at the bottom. He said the vault itself, for the right crew, could be penetrable. However, I think the best bet is going to be on tonight's caravan. As it's loading up, the Lord Mayor is bringing his personal effects out to the next, out on his trip. He's heading up to Arison for a conclave. But if there's going to be any interaction with this vault or the chest in question, and kind of pulls out another piece of paper and shows like a little simple drawing of this chest that has a couple very distinct markings on it. So if there's going to be any interaction with it, I think tonight would be the best bet. So,
What's in it for us if we were to do this?
as always, money.
Money.
Money's good.
Money is
Money
good.
is good.
Last I checked.
And you said this was good for the community, or is this for you, the people that contract you?
This one's for me. There's wide sweeping benefits to getting me this chest, but more directly, there are things in it that I want.
If we do this, aside from being paid and getting you what you want, would you be able to wait instead of 6 months and push your 50% product to a year?
That contract
the
has been
leather
signed.
keeper.
I've already made enough.
Tried my best.
I've already made enough.
How much
concessions.
gold are we talking here?
That will depend on the quality of your work.
Hmm.
Know that what I paid for you to clear out the knolls would be a fraction of what you could possibly earn tonight.
Possibly make that.
And
As
safe to
always-
assume,
Yes.
safe to assume, if something happens to us, you know nothing about what we have going on, correct?
Correct. Evanlock doesn't do deals with brigands and thieves.
Milo turns to Serona. What do you think, Serona?
Serona's at the top of the stairs.
Serona's upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, you're right.
Serona's not up here. Or not down here.
What do you think, Bast?
I mean, money's money. He helps us, maybe, and we help him. Maybe we'll get some more help down the road. Seems like a win-win for everybody.
Lamessa?
As I can be closer to Lathandar's light.
Gertrude?
I mean, like Bass said, money is money, I guess.
Well, sir, I believe we have a deal.
Wonderful. 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 If you would like even still a little more, something needs to be sent out on this caravan and remain off the manifest. I would need it personally delivered to my colleague in Ardmouth, which is is just the next town up the Champions Road, the next big trading hub. And my colleague there knows to pay handsomely for its safe delivery.
Is the package out on the table that he wants us to deliver?
It's a sealed scroll.
What a steel what?
sealed scroll.
Oh, sealed scroll.
Yes.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check. What are you looking for?
14. Just if there's any magical, if it's a magical scroll or anything like that.
It
We
doesn't
got to make
seem
sure
like
we're not
this-
transporting anything dangerous.
You're transporting a 9th level power word kill in a scroll. No.
Like that would be, good to know.
Yeah.
Knew it.
You're not transporting a magical nuke. You're not transporting the scroll itself seems very mundane. The seal and securing of the scroll seems incredibly arcane.
Hmm. So I'd like to look at him and go. So I'm just curious, what do you have in there that needs to be so protected?
Can, as he asks that, can Milo do an insight check to kind of just watch him as he answers?
Sure. Go ahead and roll insight. And he
Nat 20.
wonderful. He looks in at you and says, "That's on a need-to-know basis." And right now,
I'd
you
like
don't
to
need
lean
know
into
those.
him and look
Yeah.
into his eyes and go, I need to know if you want me to do this. I don't do anything without knowing what's going on. I'm nobody's fool.
Then perhaps that part's not for you. Milo, with your nat 20, you clock him. He is 1000% serious. He's like, "Look, I'm not going to tell you what's in it. If you break the seal, you're gonna know. I'm gonna know, and it doesn't matter what's in it. Just that you're gonna get paid if you hand it to the right person."
I looked at Bast and we could probably just slip that on there. I could cause a scene. You could get in the back of the caravan and just slip it in somebody's trunk.
I don't know.
Just for your understanding, he is expecting one of you guys to hand it to the
One
colleague.
of us to do it.
Yeah, one of you guys to hand it to your to his colleague.
So the question is, who do we want to have do the handoff?
I mean, I could do it.
I will also say, for the points of understanding the bigger picture, Ardmouth is, you're at the kind of
I'd be leaving them for a little bit.
The caravan leaves West Edge. It travels up to Ardsmouth and then to Perowin's Keep and Packrun and then further on to Erison, the capital. So, a lot of you guys have at least a nagging, back burner desire to go up to Erison, and then also the Anna Yeomont would be searching her out would take you up that way.
Well, I mean, if we're on the way there, I might as well make a little extra gold.
I would like to accept Nice's.
So
Secondary
what he's
objective.
proposing is that you do the quick grab and return it to him, or actually put it in, give it to a drop spot. It's going to be a dead drop, and collect the cash there for that job, and then carry on whoever will, or all of you, to Ardmouth to finish that job. And then also with your nat 20 insight, you've been around, you've dealt with people. You get the feeling that in backhanded deals like this, they do one, maybe two big under the table deals, and then I never talk to you again. It's safer for all parties involved.
Right.
So with this, and with, he's essentially giving you as he hands you this, I need you to go to this next town over and deliver something, he is saying, I'm giving you a paid way out of town because I'm not doing any more deals with you. Thank you if you take care of this, great, thank you. That'll be the end of our engagement.
Sounds like it's time to move on to the next town, almost.
And remembering Sorona's deal with the devil, and this is sounding like this is the one, and I would I think Milo's going to accept that scroll, and Milo would like to do the handoff for this gentleman as we make our way out and up to the next spot.
He
Anything
can
else?
do the handoff,
Yeah.
but he's not going alone.
Any?
I still have to
any,
do the delivery for the blacksmith as well.
Yeah, that also will play in. That's where he wants you to head out. So
Awesome. Yes, I would like to do this.
wonderful.
Trying to look good for a certain winged goddess.
It's like, this might just be my in.
My bravery might be -5, but no, I'm just kidding.
That's why you're getting company.
But yes, Milo would like to accept his.
Cool. Anything else for Nias before he essentially is done with you guys?
Nope.
You take care of that little gnome boy. You hear me?
Of course, it's in the paper. You guys walk back upstairs and meet up with Serona. What's up, Talon? How's it going?
Rhoda, oh my God, you missed it out.
What did I miss? Y'all were in there for a semi-long time, a lot longer than I thought it would go.
Oh, you
for
know
a
that
bad
deal you said may or may not be coming
The
to
one I
us?
said 100% would be, yes.
Milo accepted.
It's here. We're doing it. Time to go.
So I assume that means we're leaving town tonight.
Yep.
Cool, sounds good.
Pack your bags, guys.
Your bag.
Go time.
Going on a trip.
And our favorite rockin' shit.
We're not licensed. We're not licensed. We don't have a rocket ship. I know.
Wait, they have rocket ships in this realm? Wild.
If only one of us was an
Artificer class. If only someone was an artificer. Serona,
It's like the equivalent of aliens in this realm. Like,
as you
what?
guys are kind of like packing up and getting ready to, plan, he's given you kind of a rudimentary sketch of the keep, and you guys have, poured over the notes, and you kind of relay all that to Serona. You wander over and take the job, or you take that package from the blacksmith as he's closing up shop. He goes, all right, so I need you to take this to name. I need you to take this to name.
The name's name?
The name is name.
Name.
What?
Name
No
could be
name.
a name.
Okay.
Stand by.
The faceless wanderer.
Faceless wanderer. Oh, what do you mean?
Jacob. Call him Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah. Why is my login working? Why is bueno? Oh, you piece of shit. All right, fine.
Name's TBD.
His name is TBD.
I like it.
Oh
Talon
wait,
uh,
said Olo.
no. What's?
Tidib.
See, I did. I knew what his name was. God damn it! None of these are logged in. All right.
Is it Al Muad'Dib?
No.
Usul? The base of the pillar?
The base. Isan al Gaib. He hands this to you. He said, give this to my colleague in Ardmouth. His name's Braxton Allard. He's a Loxodon. He's another Loxodon blacksmith. He's been working with this material as long as I know. He's going to make me something real nice. He knows to pay you, and if you sweet talk him, you might be able to get something out of it.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. So, as you guys kind of go over your notes for this little mini heist that you're doing, you see a couple of weak points that you can definitely exploit. There's a couple couple guards that lead, like, the last point would be the guards of the caravan that are going to watch the crate be deposited onto the wagon. That would be the last line, is getting with them, or, finding a way to see where it is so that you can immediately, right before you take the caravan takes off, it gets yoinked off. Beyond that, getting down into the vault is going to be a very tough time, but there's also various things along the way that you can exploit.
So you said there's like a small chance right before we take off, or there's
right
maybe
before you
one or two
take
points
off
down
is
the road?
is the last point, because he wants you to dead drop it in town so that he can immediately grab it.
Right. Okay.
So theoretically,
Question.
yeah, if you want to just let him load up, dip out of town, and then just dip out and drop it off late tonight, like have somebody drop it late tonight and then catch up, perfectly viable idea.
Question.
Sure.
The guards that are at the carriage, are they soldiers or more like mercenaries?
These are more like mercenaries, but as you kind of looked at, as they described the intel that Nyes had on these guys, it's like they're okay. They'd be easily bought. They would also be easily, maybe not easily subdued, but it's going to be, the bigger thing is doing so in a discreet manner.
Were
So my
they
question-
potentially a part of the same mercenary group that I was?
No, it looks like these are just
Okay.
two dudes that were hired on.
So I have two questions.
Not
One,
Yes, go ahead.
who's got a high, I guess, sleight of hand? And two, are these mercenaries, would
sleight-
they be easily distracted by, say, I don't know, a bard performance, making everybody look at them while somebody snags that and then
My
kinda
sleight of hand
hangs
is a
back
plus
off to the
6.
side?
I have a
So-
plus 6 sleight of hand.
Would I be able to? Would they be easily distracted with a performance?
It'd
as
certainly
we
be
leave
worth a
town?
try. A good enough performance could give sleight of hand advantage.
Okay.
You best
Do you want me to
perform your hat
roll a
out, boy.
performance, or should I just, I
Um,
have a song prepared in the
right.
back pocket.
With it being in town, like
Mm-hmm.
the running out of town and doubling back idea is probably going to have a lower DC.
Right.
But just because there's going to be less people around. But this is
gotcha.
also, if you can get it done, it's going to be a quicker payout, and then you guys just don't have to worry about it as you leave town.
I would like
And
to,
or if anybody else has any other ideas.
I would like to try the distraction and let Serona do her thing.
Cool. So you guys then wait. Is there anything you guys want to do during the afternoon and into the evening as you guys are kind of waiting for the exchange to happen?
For me, while I'm waiting, I'm assuming we have like rooms at the inn or something. Somewhere I could just be a little private.
Yeah, I think that you guys have just upped for the day, and then the innkeeper knows that you will be heading out tonight with the caravan.
Okay. Well, yeah. What I'd like to do is since I have recently learned new spells that I've never used before, I'm gonna take the time to learn and become proficient with them.
Okay.
I think I'd like to go to the inn to take a nap until we have to actually head out.
Sure.
Does Bomessa get to say bye to the priest?
Yeah. If that's something you would like to do, absolutely.
Yes. Go
I would like
thank
to tag
Father
along.
Tobias for his help and his gifts before we leave.
Wonderful. You go up to Tobias and he says, "Ah, child, welcome, welcome. How goes your search in the light?"
Morning prayers are especially hard for me, and I just don't understand why I cannot wake up early. But I'm trying my damnedest.
I understand, and especially one who has been through so much. The darkness pulls at you and pulls you to not welcome the dawn as Lathander would like, but I can see the effort and the struggle within you. Keep on that path, child. You will do well.
Thank you. To see you
While
again.
I'm doing my contemplating, I kind of just want to sit there with my great hammer and try to like learn what's going on, like focus on it, see what else the secrets I maybe can learn from it.
Cool. Yeah, give me 1 second on that. Famesa, he kind of just gives you guys, you tell him that you're heading out on the caravan, and he gives you guys this, a nice little blessing, and sends you on your way, with a nice little medallion of Lathander. This like special little medallion. He says, if you ever feel lost, look to the light. Who's Alex? Who the fuck is Alex? Hi, Devin. Cool. Milo, you're just kind of tagging along with her, being supportive. We love it.
Yes. Just walking around tuning my lute as I know I'm about to put on the performance of a lifetime tonight.
And yeah, go ahead, Gertrude.
Oh, I was just gonna say I am kind of just like I don't need to be in the inn for any reason. Like it is what it is. I'm just like patrolling the area kind of to make sure that nothing's changing. There's no like extra guards or anything like that that has to go with the caravan. Just making like general observation to make sure that nothing like basically nothing sussy is going on in relation to this caravan that's going to be going out.
Nothing seems out of the ordinary, especially the Lord Mayor is taking the trip and kind of heading the caravan. So the appropriate guard is with him, but especially around like what's being loaded up, it looks like he's trying to move this discreetly.
Okay.
Hicks, thank you for a sub to Devin.
No problem.
And back to you in the inn. You've gone to your room. You've pulled out the great hammer that you took from the Feywild. What are you trying to glean from it? Anything?
I know that like it's communicated with me before, and I'm really trying to see if I can get it to communicate with me again. See what happens.
You kind of set the warhammer in front of you, and you just kind of sit there. You reach out with your arcane ability, and you hear it. What is it you seek?
Answers. Just what are you? Why are people trying to kill me for you?
I have been bestowed with great power. Your destiny is to wield it. And it starts.
How do you want me to do that?
It starts humming. It starts. This little thrum starts emanating from it. You don't feel it in the floorboard, so you feel like any noise that it's making is directly in your head, but you perceive it as coming from the hammer. And it says, carry on the vision. Do the work of the Raven Queen. I have been bestowed with power of darkness in in the balance of life. Give me a Arcana or History check.
Go with Arcana.
Sure.
14.
14. You know, a little bit of lore dump here. The Raven Queen is one of the lesser divine beings that her whole thing is the separation between life and death is a sacred threshold that should not be broken. As such, she absolutely hates necromancers who wish to defile that threshold and play God amongst themselves. As you grasp this, as you go to reach and pick up the warhammer, you feel cold go through your arm and up into your body and just through. Not so much as if it's invasive, more so just gently cool. You don't feel as though it's hurting you, but rather sharing its essence with you. And it says, continue the work, and you will be rewarded greatly. And as it says that, like, the last of the cold goes through you, and you kind of feel it all over, and then you kind of come out of it, and you're back to normal.
All right. I decided to keep that little thing to myself. Maybe I won't share it with the group until it's necessary.
Cool. With that, the attempt we're going to be making is at the point of delivery to the caravan, correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. So we've got plans for Milo and Serona. What is everyone else doing in this? Are they just kind of hanging back and watching to see if that pans out?
Yep. Kind of back up in case they need help.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I can't be discreet
Nearby.
at all. So I am just kind of hanging in the back end as like a plan B. Barbarian plan B. Take with brute force.
Sounds barbarian.
Love it.
The barbarian plan B. If you cannot do it discreetly, we do it with force.
Lovely. You see, as the gate opens, like there's a small kind of person, like not big enough for a full cart to come through, but a couple people, more like a double door than anything else, opens up, and you see a couple soldiers of the keep walk out, and with them a couple, looks like workers. Doesn't look like they're actual soldiers. They carry like small sidearms, daggers, possibly a short sword, but nothing like that. But they are carrying a between them, they're carrying a load of several chests, and you do clock the one that you're after. And as you're kind of looking at it, where the caravan is congregating and where the path from the keep, there's a couple points of swiping before you get there. If you wanted to try and take your chance knocking out the guards, taking stuff, but also knowing that the quicker you get it done, and depending on how it happens, there's a better possibility of alarm being raised. if you don't intervene, it makes its way to the caravan. Milo and Serona, you guys gonna watch. The caravan guards kind of stop, take inventory of everything, and then the 4 from the keep head back. As one guy watches and the other guy starts, of the mercenaries, one guy's watching and the other guy starts loading things up.
I would like to signal to Serona. I think this is our chance. And I kind of make my way out to kind of where they're loading, like not right up on them, but like away, a few, feet away or whatever. And just start to get their attention and get my loot out, tuning, doing whatever. And I'm getting ready to put on the performance of a lifetime. Now, question before we continue.
Yes.
There's about 8 courses. How much do you want me to sing here?
Oh
I mean, it's
my
not 8
God.
courses sounds long. It wouldn't take long to sing at all. But I just want to know, how much do you want me to get into this?
We're literally having a whole conversation.
I know you guys are having it. I'm just kind of seeing little bits and pieces of it in chat. I'm like,
All right, I'll give you guys a little insight. It
Yeah.
is a song called "Ring Their Bells" to the tune of Jingle Bells, and it's about killing orcs.
oh jeez, that's great. I'll let you start singing it, but the guy kind of like, Serona, where are you at? As he kind of walks up and starts performing.
I'm kind of waiting off to the side, waiting for him to get started and waiting for all the guards and stuff to actually be distracted.
Lovely. Okay. Milo?
Do you want me to roll anything, or do you want me to start?
Go ahead and start, and we'll see what kind of a roll you get.
Gentle mercenary men and women, please look this way as I sing you a song before you start your gentle journey.
They kinda look around.
Slashing through the orcs with a good two-handed blade. Over course we go, and through the gore we may. Mace on helmet rings, making bodies fly. What fun to sing our slaying song and watch these suckers die. Oh, ring their bells with swords and spells, don't let them get away. We'll brave and bold for fame and gold, we'll make a lot today. Oh, ring their bells with swords and spells, don't let them get away. We'll hack and slash and blast and trash and blow these dudes away. Ow!
Nicely
By the
done.
way, I rolled a 22 on my sleight of hand.
What, 22 on sleight of hand?
Plus 6.
Lovely. I would like a stealth check first. And then Milo, give me performance for that.
Oh, wait, I have advantage with his performance, or do you want me to wait for his performance?
Yeah, we're going to wait on his roll.
Okay.
12.
12?
To help out when he starts singing, I'd like to jump over and start doing an interpretive dance to the song to help distract.
Dance. All right, Milo, give me one more roll to make an advantage on that performance.
Roll on performance, right?
Yeah, just give me another performance roll.
26.
I jump over and
Nat 20.
start
It's a 19.
doing an interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance of killing orcs to the tune of Jingle
Killing
Bells.
orcs.
No, you need to do it out of your chair and everything. You got to go all in.
No. He's not the bard. He just,
I'm not the bard. I didn't sign up for that.
Milo, you start singing. Wonderful performance. Yeah, Serona.
So am I rolling with advantage?
Give me advantage on that one, on that stealth check. Because now he's done it loud enough that.
Did that not roll with?
No, that did not. Give me another.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, you got to right
Whoopsies.
click.
19.
Yeah. As he starts singing and Bast comes out and does the interpretive dance, a small crowd of like 5 or 6 come and congregate. You clock as you're stealthing around. There's an orc off in the corner that's like wildly offensive. But you you manage to, as he's loaded up he has already loaded up the chest in question. So you kind of like slip in through the side of the wagon and reach in and pull it off. It's not a giant chest. It very much so looks like a small paper box, you know, because it's mostly papers that have been described as what's in here. It's mostly information is what he's after.
Okay.
So you take that very quickly, grab that, rearrange things so the gap is hidden, and you make your way away.
Good job, team.
Yeah. Milo and Bast, you finish up your song, and everyone kind of, yeah. And the guards just kind of look at you. Can we help you? Okay, get out of here.
Who were they talking to?
They were talking to like you and Milo after you finished your thing, and they're just like,
Oh, then I take a quick bow and I exit stage.
yeah.
Stage left, stage right. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
And we're just over there like,
yeah,
I can't believe this actually is a thing.
yeah.
I'm just shaking my head like, I
as you
can't
walk
believe
away,
this was a
one of the
thing.
guards is like, you know, my roommate in the academy was also a theater kid, so you know, I get it. He just needs to express. You know.
Let's express.
He needs to express
Express
sometime. Yeah. So you guys take it. Are you moving as a group to the dead drop, or are you taking it by yourself, Serana?
How well do I have this box hidden?
On
Or am I
you,
just walking with it? Yeah.
you're carrying it. Like it's hidden on your person. If you were to be stopped and searched, they would undoubtedly find it. But just walking around, no one would look.
If Serona agrees to it, I can go with her, but at a distance, so it's not like
Suspicious. Yeah.
Just as a tail.
Sussy.
Sure.
yeah, just as a tail,
Suspicious.
just a little
Just a little suspicious.
sussy. I'll just be trailing her at a distance to make sure that she's free and clear, and make sure like if anything is following her, she's keen on it.
I'd like to go by myself with Gertrude as a tail, just in case.
Sure.
I will tail the tail. Just kidding.
There's this long
To throw
trail
bees
of,
at
there's-
people?
There's this long trail of like, I'm watching them. I'm watching them.
Listen, I
You
get
get a
it.
bodyguard. You get a
Fast, I
bodyguard.
get it. You
get a
hate to see
bodyguard.
me go, love to watch me leave, but like you can't tail the tail.
You do actually have a tail, which is the funny part.
Give me,
That's true.
give me a group stealth check.
Oh God,
Group
I didn't
stealth
want to be a
check?
part of this for a reason.
No. DC with all the
Is it
extra
just
help.
those three?
DC 10. No.
I rolled a nat 1 plus
Ooh.
2.
Yeah.
23.
I rolled a nat 1. I'd like to give the box to
8.
Bast.
Milo, roll up some stuff.
Oh yeah, sorry. 15 plus 1.
I'd like to give the box to Bast.
Cool. You kind of, as you go to like stash it, you realize that like your fighter
making my
armor,
pocket
your fighter
bulky.
armor is made for like keeping you safe and staying on your body. It doesn't have a whole lot of bagginess to hide shit. Whereas Bast's warlock robes, like, I see this. I'm gonna give it to you. So Bast kind of wanders off and takes it, and then yes, there's a tail and a tail and a tail. There's this long line of people watching each other. Serona, you clamber up to essentially a rooftop and take a bird's eye view at this. Give me a perception check.
5. 2 plus 3.
Cool. Bast, you head to the dead drop location. You find this stone with a distinct marking that he told you to look for. You touch it, and a small little alcove opens up in the wall in this little alley. You put it in there. As it closes across the alley, another one opens, and you open it up and take your reward. I would like everyone to add. I don't want to inflate the economy. Goddamn.
Do it.
Do it. I don't know what that means, but do it.
Sure. We're gonna call it 75 each.
Ooh.
Gold?
I told you he was gonna pay you well.
You remember
Listen,
how I said
I never know
the
with
sketchy
him.
deals?
He doesn't like me. I don't know.
That's
You remember
true.
how I said the sketchy deals pay really well?
Ooh, Milo's taking Famasa out tonight.
To see Lathandar's light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
do
you'll see the
that.
light.
I'll show. It's like I'll show you my light.
Hey, yo.
Has to have like +2 charisma for that now, please.
Cool. As you guys kind of reconvene, divvy out the spoils as such, you quickly realize that the caravan is about to leave. If there's anything else you'd like to do, you've got about 10 minutes to do so.
After such a riveting performance,
Go
Milo
to the
needs
bathroom
little
before
bard's
we leave.
room.
Yeah. Did everyone
Yeah,
pee
right? Yeah,
before we
yeah.
left? Did everyone pee before we left?
Who the little bard's room?
Can I buy some
He's
snacks?
like,
for the road?
Fury.
Yeah, beer me.
I'm gonna.
You guys head out with the caravan. Packages in tow, ready to deliver. And, yeah, we'll take a quick ad break as you head out from West Edge with the caravan. It's a few days travel up the Champions Road to Ardmouth. Is there anything in particular that you guys would like to do with a couple days worth of downtime?
I think I would like to. I think I'm finally ready to not question, but just maybe talk to Gertrude about the similarities of her crest and the piece of paper I have.
Sure. You guys, as you're traveling along, you guys kind of fall in step next to each other, and you go ahead and you pull out the paper.
I say, Gertrude, this has been eating at me for a long time. So obviously when we introduced each other, when we all said the reasons of our quest and why we're out and about, I kind of noticed the symbol that I saw on a crest of yours, and it matched this rating paper that attacked my village. And I've been scared to ask, but I want to know, like, do you have any ties with this? Were you involved in this in any way?
Milo, I wish I could give you an answer. I really do. But to be quite frank with you, I have no idea. I have no memory of my life until I met you guys. So at this point, your guess is as good as mine. And I don't say that lightly because I don't know if I'm associated with these people, if I'm good or bad, or if I tried to do anything to intervene. I have no idea. And I'm just trying to put the pieces back together. Now, the insignia looks familiar, and I've started getting flashbacks, but nothing is popping out about anything in relation to your village. But hopefully, we can find an answer together, because now that I know that we're directly linked in some fashion, we can try to deduce this and figure it out.
Thank you, Gertrude. I would like to figure that out with you as well.
Hell yeah. It would. Would you say even it would behoove us to do it together?
It would behoove
I swear
us.
to God.
Ooh. I love
Okay,
it.
fair enough.
You see,
Alright.
Sorona's like 2 carts back, and she just like. I have a headache.
I'm standing next to Sorona, holding my stomach, laughing as hard as I
I
can.
feel like I need to make an intelligence save.
But I give them. When
hold a nat
when
20
he
on the
agrees
intel
to
save.
it, when he agrees to it, I'm like, good, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I'm gonna need all the help I can get to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, I rolled a nat 20 on an intelligence save.
I saw that.
This is bullshit. I roll a 2 for a stealth, but a nat 20 on a fucking intel save.
The dice tell their own story. I don't know what to tell you.
The dice gods fucking hate me. Is what...
I don't know. I just work here.
That's fair. Okay. Anything else that anybody else would like to do? Famessa,
I'd like to roll it.
how well are you keeping up with dawn prayer?
Every single morning, this is me getting out of my cot.
Why?
Orlathander.
You're just like,
I make it, but just
okay,
barely.
okay.
Like the sun is like 2 seconds away from cresting over like the horizon, and I'm there.
Nice.
Hitting them with one of those little prayer naps.
Yeah. Cool. Anybody else?
I was gonna make a joke. I'd like to roll a charisma hit on Famessa, but we'll say that.
Thank God.
Save that. Save that. All right.
Save it for later, bud.
Save it for later. All right.
I just want you to know, Famessa, my overall charisma is 16, so good luck.
Oh.
You're screwed.
Is that a threat?
Yo.
Just remember, 50 no's and 1 yes still means yes.
Oh my god.
Hey, yo. What the fuck?
Oh, it's viewers.
As you guys are traveling along, you guys are winding through prairies and plains, and a little bit of winding through the forest as you guys make your way up to Ardmouth. But as you guys are kind of cresting over the last hill, and Ardmouth is well into view, a little ways off, you'll definitely get there by the end of the day. But it's early afternoon now, as you guys are kind of just coming out of the forest and into the surrounding farmlands. And I'd like everyone to give me a perception check, please. Group perception.
13.
17.
16.
Lovely.
14.
19 plus 1.
Lovely.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Love it.
Soft chord.
I'm telling you, the dice tell a story. They want everybody to be perceptive right now.
I'm living off the thrill of that last performance, y'all. I don't know what to tell you.
You mean our last performance?
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
True.
As you guys are traveling along, coming out of the forest, Milo, you get your finely tuned ear catches a whisper, and Bast, your dagger, your danger sense dagger, starts to, or not, was it dagger of warning, starts to thrum and vibrate at your side.
I would like to look around and give everybody a warning that something's about to happen.
As you kind of like feel it and then immediately go on alert, Milo, that whisper becomes louder as an arrow whistles past your head and hits the side of the wagon.
As it whistles past, and obviously I duck because I hear it, I just yell everybody down, start looking out, we're being attacked.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah.
As
A fucking
suddenly arrows come in from all sides and pepper the sides of the wagon.
Jesus Christ, that's 6.
I rolled a 5.
17.
Here we
1.
go.
8.
Here we go. As
Well, I can't duck,
Suddenly-
so you know.
brigands come tearing out of the forest and converge on the caravan.
It's go time.
And we'll pick that up next week.
No!
Got him.
Got him.
Fucking
No way.
We'll set that up next week for the
No,
roadside
not
ambush.
next
No. Week
Not-
after.
not
Oh,
next
that's right.
week, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
not next
TwitchCon.
week. Next week is
Which
TwitchCon.
means we need to keep going.
No.
No.
Next time on Air in the Shadows.
I gotta learn more songs to give you guys come up with.
That bardic inspiration.
Bardic
Hell yeah.
Inspiration. That's
I
right.
found
we'll
this.
be
I'm gonna find a good one.
off next week while most of the crew's out at TwitchCon. I will be here playing video games.
I'll be
But-
playing
Probably
games
with
with you.
Nyx.
Everyone
Yep.
everyone at
Probably with
TwitchCon,
me.
have a great time. Be safe. I will
Nope.
definitely be chatting. Okay. Travel safe.
Don't
Once
take
you're
the
in
blue
once you're in
acid.
San Diego, go wild, go crazy.
Don't worry,
Oh, wow.
Tommy Dungeon Daddy. I'll roll a perception check as we get to San Diego.
Good, good. Be perceptive.
I'm gonna take my I'm gonna take my D20 just to roll it.
Sammy,
and
please
send-
bring it so we can roll
I
it when we
got
stop in San
I
Diego.
got it. I got it.
Just to
I
do
will
random
say-
checks.
Just to
I
do
will
random
say,
checks.
actually be careful.
Oh my God, can
Actually
we do
be
that?
careful in San Diego because
Yeah.
I went there
Oh,
for
I know, I've
work
been there a couple
and
times.
it's
Yeah.
it's nothing but crackheads
Where we're
everywhere.
going, it's gonna be fairly okay.
Okay.
'Cause I've been there a few times as well.
I'm packing it with my stickers.
There you go.
We should just walk
Nice
around the
equal.
con and roll.
Travel
and check.
safe. Everyone who's going
Yeah.
to TwitchCon, everyone who's not, we'll be back here playing video games next Sunday, and the week after, we'll pick up Air in the Shadows episode 4, Roadside Ambush. Till then,
Alright.
adios, everybody.
God damn it.
Bye-bye.
Adios.